Really?
Right, because they're so soft and they're so delicate. If they're delicate enough for a root canal, they're delicate enough for your jewelry.
You just brought all that jewelry right back to life.
Right,
Remember,
right.
save on everything. Pearls, opals, even included. Heidi Daus, costume jewelry. Oliver, we'll see you throughout the day. Thank you for making this and discovering this fabulous product. We love it. Okay, well, we did sell out of our beautiful rose necklace. I had a feeling that was gonna happen from Heidi Daus. Well, another big hour ahead. I can't believe this. And something that rarely ever happens here at I almost fell off my chair. At HSN is an hour of J. King clearance. Never. And I wanna say it's probably the only hour scheduled on the day, if I'm not mistaken, for J. King. So if you know someone, or if you are, or you're just tuning in, you are at the right place at the right time. We're gonna talk about rare finds, and that's exactly what Jay does. He travels the world looking for unique, one-of-a-kind, beautiful gems. And then handcrafts all of these pieces in beautiful precious metals. So we're starting off with our red coral and genuine turquoise drop earrings. No mistaking here. $39.90. These were originally $99.90. So huge, huge special. And what are we looking at? Over 50% off, almost 60% off. And I just want to double check out. This is the red coral, which is rare in itself, let alone this beautiful abstract shape. Then these are Campitos turquoise. Now, Jay brings to us the largest version of turquoise from around the world, as many of you know. Jay has often spoken, you know, about individual mines that you have to be careful of, that they're getting close to closing, that have closed, such as the Sleeping Beauty, you know, in Globe, Arizona mine that produced beautiful blue turquoise. It's no longer doing that. In fact, very few mines in the United States are being able to produce, you know, America's stone, if you will. So you're gonna learn all of that throughout this hour. Hi, Kate. Kate just came in. She is joining us in the hour. So first time, but fewer than, oh boy, 50 pair now remaining. No surprise, and it's all genuine gemstone. Okay, coming up. Another huge special. This is all natural amethyst. How beautiful is that? Are you kidding? Oh my gracious, $39.90? No. That's all genuine amethyst and a beautiful kind of fashion tassel design. Tassels all the look right now in fashions and jewelry. This will never be repeated. It's a customer pick at $129.90. 4 or 5 flex pays, 477096. Now take a look here. Here's J. King himself, and he's pointing out, you know, genuine amethyst and selecting really the premium of the natural stones that he can. I mean, he has such a great reputation in the industry. He travels the world, attends every one of the big, you know, obviously gem shows. But what he loves doing most, we call him our very own Indiana Jones, is piloting his own plane and going to rare places in the world and finding unique finds. He is a rock hound. And then from there, he creates his one-of-a-kind designs, handcrafts them with his amazing craftsmen that have been with him for many, many years. He is just truly genius at what he does. And this is gonna be a fast and furious, crazy, crazy special hour ahead of us because, like I said, this is a rarity. Jay is our #1 brand in jewelry here at HSN. I'd love to hear from you if you're a J. King fan. And rarely, if ever, do we offer Jay's pieces on sale. It doesn't happen. So this is kind of one of those really special opportunities because here we're looking at Madagascar rose quartz. So genuine rose quartz, always cool to the touch, but this happened to be found in Madagascar. And why that is important, that is where you're gonna find some of the most beautiful premium quality of rose quartz in the larger rough, if you will. So you can do these unique shapes and cuts, like we're showing on the necklace that Kate is wearing. That goes back perfectly with your top. The necklace is 18¼ inches in length, and the traditional standard on most J. King necklaces is a 2¾ inch extender in sterling silver in the back. It's like a little toggle clasp, so they're easy to put on, they're easy to take off. This necklace was $159.90. It's $79.90. That's 50% off, best price ever. 4 flex pays means it's under $20 to get the necklace home. How about the drop earrings? They're also 50% off at $44.90, and they're available with 4 or 5 monthly flex payments. So $11 and change in a cool, that rose quartz, natural rose quartz, very dimensional. It's like a diamond shape. But what's unique here is that there's facets all throughout. The necklace is all made up of a pink soft quartz, so it sparkles. Let me show you from the side profile that unique diamond faceting and the shaping of the rose quartz in the pendant and in the earrings. So I mean, obviously the only way that could be done is by being cut by hand. Absolutely. Pinks we were talking about earlier. Boy, we're really lucky. We had a beautiful soft pink necklace that sold out with Heidi Daus, very similar in color to what we're looking at here in this genuine rose quartz, because you just don't see this color often, especially in an entire necklace and matching pendant, and of course at these, of fabulous, fabulous values. Now, if you are just tuning in, this is our big 24-hour jewelry clearance event. It's March, and for the first time ever, every jewelry brand throughout the month of March, and including our sale specials as you're shopping hsn.com, we're offering 4 monthly flex payments. Doesn't matter what the price point is on that jewelry piece. So, and that also includes on our big, 50% off or more savings event today. These come home to you brand new, and everything comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, even our sales specials that we're offering. I just wanted to take the necklace down and show you that extender that Jay includes in sterling silver. Every piece is going to be stamped sterling, and you'll know it's an original handcrafted piece from J. King. And then you have that close to 3-inch extender to be able to accommodate whatever type of neckline that you're wearing. You always know rose quartz, or any quartz for that matter, just from the touch. There's a coolness to the touch. There's a coolness to this overall fabulous design that Jay has created exclusively for us. So 080014 is your item number, 50% off, and another great Pantone color, that soft baby pink, that's gonna work back with just about everything from your summer, your spring and summer wardrobe, and just blends beautifully, so pretty next to everyone's skin tone, and just a beautiful color in general. Okay, another huge special. Wow, this is one of the most popular requested looks that Jay does, is the multicolor unique finds. And how about not just a unique find, genuine tourmaline. Okay, all natural tourmaline, untouched. How many is that? This was $299. Wait, I mean, that's crazy at $299. Our appraisal is crazy at $395. That would, no way. This is like, honestly, I remember when Jay was here, this is hundreds of carat weight. He's like, Lynn, really? That's like, in the thousands. And we're offering it for $69.90. How much did we say, Paul? Paul's my producer, $230. That's crazy. That's like 80% off while they last. Wow. Unreal. That's just pretty fabulous. I grabbed that one quickly because it will not last. 490091. And you think about the scheme of tourmaline, the rainbow of colors. Guess what? You're not choosing, you're getting them all. You're getting them all in that gorgeous necklace. You're watching Jewelry Clearance. And yes, it happens to be our #1 jewelry brand on sale, J. King. So, continuing on, we have blue sapphire in a sterling silver cuff bracelet. It's another great example of what Jay is able to bring to us. This particular blue sapphire was mined in Tanzania, and it's more of like a cashmere, deep, rich blue, strong and durable, and it's another tremendous savings. We're looking at $69.90, so that's obviously our lowest price we've ever offered, but also with the 4 or 5 flex pays really makes a big difference. But I want you to see how each one of these stones were hand set in a gorgeous protected, fabulous bezel setting, all faceted. And what's great about this is that you have that adjustability in the cuff. It's 6 3/4 of an inch, but this is when you know it's handcrafted and you never have to worry about the stones popping out. You'll notice that each one is in its own individual cradle, if you will, of sterling silver. So each one is protected. Each one is a good size. Let me see what the individual millimeter is. They're 10 by 8 millimeters. So I'm gonna guesstimate that's probably approximately 2 carats. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's approximately, let me just be on the safe side, over 10 carats of gorgeous, genuine sapphire. So as a gift for our September babies out there, just love, of course, precious stone, the ruby, sapphire, and emerald. Doesn't get any better than this at $69.90. 490078 is the item number, and also huge savings, over it's $120 off of our HSN price. That's not even mentioning the fact that these are appraised at $308. We do have a quick update. We did sell out of our first Jay King sale special. Thank you for your calls. I would definitely, if you're able to, put your name on wait list. It'll be worth it. Now, it's funny, I showed you the multicolored tourmaline in the necklace, but we also have a handful of the bracelets that are also available for you. And check that out, $39.90. That's all genuine tourmaline, and that's a $90 savings. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely another one of those incredible specials that I would definitely get online, hsn.com, and secure it quickly. It's 490094. And you can also wear that back with the necklace up. You can use it almost as an extender if you want to do that. Oh, that is beautiful, Kate. Look at that gorgeous turquoise. This is all turquoise from Iron Mountain in that location. It's 36 inches in length. It was $269.90. Wow. So $170 savings off of our HSN selling price, $99.90. It appraised absolutely at $416, no doubt about it. That's like what this is like too good to be true. All handcrafted, truly individually hand cut by, obviously amazingly talented artisans. And look at the perfection of this turquoise. This is what's so beautiful, because turquoise does come in your greens and your natural colors, and how they were able to highlight that high blue color that is so premium and so rare right now in these unique shapes, making up the 36 inches. So this is that, one necklace. Oh, and there is a closure on there too. So what's nice about that is it makes it so much easier to be able to double it. Obviously, you can go ahead and double it or wear it long, or maybe attach an enhancer in a bail if you have it. But our turquoise collectors out there, the rarity of something like this. The unusualness of being able to have the multicolors, and especially in these unique shapes. These are little rondelle shapes. And then you also have nuggets, the actual turquoise here, and that's blue iron. And then then you have the green iron from mountain turquoise in here. They're from the same origin, but obviously, hitting a whole completely different look and discovery when you see these different shades. It's all natural. All genuine, gorgeous turquoise. So a perfect layering piece, great if you have maybe one of Jay's, you know, pendants, as I said earlier, and you want to frame it and showcase it. We don't do the longer links in turquoise very often, and when we do, they're always, you know, a top seller customer pick, because people love to be able to layer with a longer necklace, especially if you own any of Jay's turquoise pieces. But there's a great close-up. No two will ever be alike. And it's interesting working with Jay through the years here at HSN, hearing what has, you know, continue to happen with the world of turquoise. And now that the turquoise is, you know, so difficult to be able to get, especially here in the United States, it's become one of the most sought after, praised stones. So like Jay will say, with his, I mean, thankfully we can do pieces like this from his, you know, having his wonderful relationships with top turquoise miners around the world, and he's been able to stockpile, if you will, rare, you know, different mines from, you know, the past 30 years. Thankfully, and that's how he, you know, works with our designers, our buyers here at HSN, and then they, you know, say, well, could we do a 30-inch? Could we do a 36-inch necklace? And Jay will say, oftentimes, I have to check. I have to see what I still have, because there used to be, I want to say, over 40 or 50 mines that Jay used to work with in the United States and worldwide. And now in the United States, I think there's only like 2, if even that are in production, that are still mining turquoise. So very much sought after, especially here as we're counting backwards, when you're able to get that high blue color. And I like it because you also have Mother Nature at its finest. These are untouched. You have the flex, there's like a soft flex jeweler's wire here, so it's very easy to double up, extremely comfortable. I mean, you could even take this and multi-wrap it as a bracelet, if you wanted to do that around your wrist. But as just knowing, and if you go online and look under Jay King for 36-inch all turquoise necklaces, this might be one of 2, but definitely the only one at this crazy special sale price that we're offering. I wish we had another 500 of these, but unfortunately that's not the case. And the great thing is that, yeah, it's obviously a huge savings, but with the flex pay, it makes it affordable. I mean, to just see it and get it home. If you're saying, okay, I'm thinking about this, Lynn, right now. We're gonna show it long on Kate. I love it long, just, you know, casual, looks great, just a statement piece. But you might be thinking, oh, you know, you're right. I have a Jay King pendant, and I have one of his collars, and I'd love to be able to frame it with a longer all turquoise necklace. This is gonna work back perfectly. This is the time to definitely take charge, because anything at a matinee length, which we traditionally say is 24 inches or longer, in all turquoise is like rare, if not impossible, to do in a necklace at a very affordable price. So when you look at, and this is a perfect example, our appraisals that we talk about, and not all jewelry pieces have appraisals. When we're able to do it, we do. We go to 3 outside jewelry appraisers. We don't take the most expensive, we don't take the mid, we take the lowest of those 3 of our outside jewelry appraisals. Well, in this case here, it happened to be, you know, $416. That is exactly what your necklace has appraised for. So that's another thing I would recommend on a day like today on some of your finer pieces and rare pieces, like this particular one, go and have it looked at. Go and have a jeweler give you an appraisal. I know you're gonna be quite delighted. So item 477009, we'll let you know when this is completely sold out, but definitely getting very, very limited. Oh, you're kidding. Okay, I have an update already. We were supposed to do a full presentation on this beautiful amethyst necklace. Well, I'm not surprised at all. It's final call. I have just a couple dozen remaining. It's all beautiful amethyst. Well, no wonder it's last call. My gracious, this was $129.90. Are you kidding? At $39.90. It's hundreds of carat weight of natural amethyst. 4 flex pays, that's under $10, and we'll ship it directly out to you. We're back with more Jay King Rainbow Tourmaline and so many other surprises. Here's Adam in our spotlight.
HSN is your go-to place to shop, and hsn.com is the place to start. Miss something that already aired? No problem. It's right here. Looking for great deals? Look no further. Get our daily 10 faves. A quick scroll gives you our picks for the day. Want to watch anywhere? HSN streams live 24/7 on your laptop, tablet, or phone. Watch us anytime, anywhere. What are you waiting for? Join us at hsn.com right now.
Who knew a little piece of plastic could be so much fun? Now, when you apply for the HSN card, instantly get $25 off. It's all about you. Extra flex on the things you love. Now, when you use your HSN card, you get extra flex all day, every day on all jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases. Plus, no interest VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, all with no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
Simply classic. Simply essential. Simply perfect for every style. Sometimes the greatest pleasures are the simplest ones of all. Watch Concierge Collection Sunday only on HSN.
I grew up always dreaming and wanting to create things.
I see something and I see that we can make it better.
One day, the light bulb just went off. Nobody has this. They're waiting for me to invent it.
Next thing you know, you're on HSN and the whole world's hearing about it.
It just sold out.
Very excited for you.
HSN celebrates the dreamers, inventors, and entrepreneurs who follow their hearts, helping American dreams come true.
Being here today proves anything is possible.
Well, this is a very, very special hour because it very rarely happens where we have the opportunity to feature Jay King handcrafted specials on sale. This is what happens when you have Jay King on sale. We just sold out of the amethyst tassel necklace. Thank you so much for your calls there. But this next piece, gem collectors out there, even if you're not a jewelry lover, just get this and put it away because you have a really special, special buy. Okay. Wow. Already close to 400. We showed this once. You get it. I mean, we have the smartest jewelry shoppers in the world right here at HSN. When we say HSN is the #1 gemstone, colored gemstone importer in the world, it's because of examples like this that nobody else has the capability of doing except having a partnership with someone like Jay King. And that's the honest to goodness truth. So the fact that we are doing natural tourmaline, all the multicolors on the soft flex jeweler, you know, on that chain, so that makes it very comfortable and easy to be able to wear, at $69.90 is going to be the craziest special sale ever for any Jay King collectible piece, I'm being honest with you. So $210 savings from HSN's price. And we were at $200, our original HSN price, we were close to $100 off of what would be nearly impossible to find anywhere else in retail. That's why it demands such a high appraisal. The fact that it's $69.90 is just too good to be true, but it is true, and we're honoring it, and so smart and beautiful and colorful. I mean, we're talking about the king of all beautiful gemstones. Why? What makes, you know, tourmaline the king of all gemstones? Well, first off, it has the most color saturation. It's kind of hard to see on that shot there, so I'm just gonna put this over to the side, and I'll get some color palettes out. But it takes on a whole new personality in life, depending on what you put it against, what color you put it against. And this is why it's the king of all gems. It's those beautiful pinks, it's those gorgeous greens, it's those amazing, almost like platinum colors that you see coming through, completely saturated. And the beauty is here is that these are all natural. They're untreated, rough, genuine tourmaline, hundreds of carat weight. They're all hand-cut stones. And in general, tourmaline is the most, I should say, the most colored mineral type known. And you're getting probably one of the largest varieties in one strand than we've ever been able to offer. So basically, virtually every color is what you're seeing, from the yellows to the greens. You have pinks, you have blues in here, everything from dark forest green to red to reddish purple to yellow to even colorless. And that is why tourmaline is so valuable and sought after. And this is 18¼ inches, but again, it's one that you could easily wear on its own. Oh boy, 2 minutes, over 500 remaining. Or, let me share with you here, we have, and I believe, Kate, you have on the pendant too, right? Yeah. That is the beautiful tourmaline color pendant. And we have that item number at the bottom of the screen along with the earrings. And by itself, it's on sale. Wait a minute, did you say 29? Oh, come on. And the earrings are $19.90. Wow. Oh my good, and then we have the bracelet too. Wow, that's, hey, if you can get the whole ensemble, I would definitely recommend that you do that. Very smart. And yes, the enhancer does fit directly onto the necklace. This was all manufactured and produced at the same area. So here's the way I look at it. Is that everything, Paul? So with FlexPay, on the pendant, on the necklace, on the bracelet, on the earrings, it's gonna be under $40, your first monthly payment, to get the entire ensemble at home. For what we would call, you know, it's funny, it's a category in the gemstone world, you know, you just don't see tourmaline very often in multicolor in any design. You just don't. It's very expensive and rare and hard to get a hold of. But in general, this at $395 would be a steal. I remember when we presented this and Jay was just so floored because he worked so hard to make this possible. So the fact that it's like it has to be a typo. Something's going wrong here at $69.90. A perfect example. Get this necklace home. Please have it appraised. You're getting it home in the next couple of days with FlexPay at, even with shipping and handling, what, around $20-some, maybe $24? That'll be your first monthly payment for hundreds and hundreds of carats of genuine, gorgeous, all natural colors of tourmaline. So if you add up, okay, the FlexPay, now they're telling us with the HSN, is that right, with the HSN charge? And when you think about just the HSN selling price for this whole ensemble, it would be close to $600. And you're getting all of this home for under $40. Oh my goodness, on FlexPay. So yeah, if you were, you know, getting this at the regular price, that would be with the necklace and the bracelet and the matching earrings and the pendant, you would be HSN, our selling price, and now you're, you know, still hundreds of dollars off what the appraisal would be, but it would be $600. That would be what in your cart. So that's a good way to do the math and to appreciate how difficult something like this is. This to me defines what Jay King does better than anyone. He brings to us rare finds, mine finds. And the fact that we have it for you in a gorgeous necklace and an ensemble and a suite, this was all done, you know, from the one area, from obviously the rough that he was able to get. And we were able to do not just the necklace, but how about the bracelet? Look at the colors of those gorgeous tourmalines. Saturated, gorgeous, beautiful. Intensity, greens, pinks, blues, clears, platinum, yellow, red, purple. That is what you're getting, every color under the rainbow. And here's the other neat thing. I want to show you this, the closure on there. Watch it, this magnet. It's like, it is strong. That is really strong and sturdy. If these were, let's just say, quartz stones, okay? I'd say you got to be crazy to find something like this at $39.95. These are what we call exotics. So in the gem world, when you think about it, you have your precious stones and you have your everyday, you know, quartz and so forth. And then you have what we call, which we really put on the books here through the years at HSN, exotics. What does exotic mean? It means very unique, hard to find gemstones. Many times it might just because of the fact that it's only sourced in one place in the world, or we know that the mine that that particular stone comes from is being depleted or is no longer going to be providing us, you know, these beautiful gemstones. I mean, through my years here for over 2 decades at HSN, I mean, I could think of, my goodness, there was the Kanchanaburi Sapphire, there was the Siam Ruby, now the Sleeping Beauty. I mean, these are just the ones that are coming to the top of my head, that if you have those stones, you have some exotic, rare, very highly collectible gemstones in your collection. So, I mean, it's interesting, you know, to think about that. And I put this in that same category because you don't see, you don't find, you don't walk into just any jewelry store and say, can I see your variety of colored tourmaline? They may have, you know, a pink tourmaline or an accent of, you know, another color, but they're not going to have multicolors, and certainly no way, no how at prices. I mean, the sterling silver magnet closure on here by itself would be more than $39.90. So unfortunately, we only have a minute remaining, and I have fewer than 500 of these currently available with everyone in the ordering process. If not for anything else, as gifts to give. Oh, I didn't even talk about the length. It's 7 1/4 inches in length here. So we traditionally say that would fit from a 5 3/4 inch wrist up to about a little over, just right under 7 1/2 inches. And you can see Kate has a really tiny, tiny wrist, but it just rolls right down, and just beautiful. I love that every which way you look at it, you discover a new gorgeous color, and there's nothing in the world. That's why it's the king of gemstones. That's what it's known as, like the saturation and the color that you get from genuine tourmaline. Now, what we did on the earrings, we kept it more of that kind of raspberry red color, which is very prominent in both. You can see there's the necklace again. Look at those pretty facets. And in the matching pendant and in the bracelet. So there's the pendant, all sterling. That pendant is $29.90. The earrings are $19.90. I love this. On FlexPay, you're gonna get the earrings, genuine tourmaline in sterling silver home for under $5. Your first monthly payment, my goodness. The pendant is going, how much would that be? $7.48. Wow, pretty fabulous. And they're, again, no two are ever going to be alike. They slightly, as you can see, you know, graduate in color from a softer to a deeper to a darker natural tourmaline, high polished in the back, huge large bail, and it just changes the whole dynamics. Obviously the necklace, which if you're just tuning in, is still available, $69.90. So what did we say the overall? Okay, our HSN, what we originally offered, this is not even the appraisals. What we originally offered for these pieces, the necklace, the bracelet, the pendant, the earrings, would be over $600. So we're way over. This is like 65, 70% off of HSN's prices with these fabulous clearance opportunity buys here. You couldn't even get the sterling silver, and there's a lot of it in this pendant for $29.90, let alone, you know, the natural gorgeous variant colors of tourmaline. If you get a close-up in this final minute of the pendant that Kate is wearing, you'll see there are just gonna be a little bit different shades of the reds in hers as well, and how it picks it up. Isn't that really different? How it picks it up, all those shades so beautifully in the matching necklace. So please jot this item number down. Over 500 of the pendant and the earrings, all with sterling silver, butterfly backing, sterling silver post. If you want the pendant, I have fewer than 400 currently available. So that's definitely going to be the first to end up selling out. The drop earrings, simple, elegant little studs, and they're natural, gorgeous tourmalines at $19.90. Oh, and all handcrafted. So this whole ensemble, 100% done by hand. So traditional, non-traditional, whatever your style may be, gem collector, please don't miss out on this unusual special savings here this afternoon. How fun. 087976 is the item number. Please ask about the necklace. I know hundreds of you still inquiring about that. We are going to be back with our 5 and 5, yes, featuring Jay King, special clearance prices. Here's Callie in our spotlight.
Getting your home ready for spring has never been easier with HSN. Organize and declutter your house with free shipping when you spend $99 or more on all storage and organization items. And want to spruce up outdoor living? We have curated a collection of live plants from Meadow Valley. Easily plant and grow your outdoor sanctuary. Tune in all month long for more ways to get your home spring ready inside and out.
Cooking is my life. Cooking at home for my family is a special time. So I want everybody out there to have a great time in the kitchen while they're cooking. And the most important thing is to have the right appliances and the right pots and pans. I give it to all my chefs in the restaurant, and they give me suggestions, and they try them out. And so can you at home.
Signature Club A is the world's largest beauty classroom. We teach women about all the new innovations, like cosmeceutical capsule. We do it with vitamin C. We do it with argan oil from Morocco. We do it with the lifting, tightening, firming platinum line. Every woman wants to look like herself, but better. That's Signature Club A.
Well, it's a big, big day at HSN. All of our top brands on sale, including Jay King. Take a look at our 5 and 5. This is Druzy at its finest and some rarely seen. Druzy in the softer colors. So we have a mix here of our Druzy quartz. How fun is this? All in sterling, a big, bold overall look, modern and hip. 5 through size 12, but definitely very limited, 50% off. It was originally $169, so $79.90, 4 or 5 flex pays. 12 just sold out. We're going to hear that quite a bit, but very pretty, unique, handcrafted pale colors. Usually Druzys are a little bit deeper. These particular crystals, these rare, unique crystals, are from Africa. So contemporary, sleek, a little bit of the yellow, a little bit of the pink, a little bit of the blue, a little bit of like almost an off-white in the Druzy. But what we love about Druzy is the way it reflects the light. They're just so brilliant. Part of the geode in the actual gemstone, so in the rough at its finest. Okay, that was number 1. Here's number 2. Ooh, this is gonna be gone in a second. This is not only genuine gorgeous lapis, which is another one of the signature stones that Jay King brings to us, of course, turquoise and lapis, but you have in here, look at this, the workmanship, inlaid by hand. The individual lapis that has to be individually cut and then laid in this perfect stud, great size at 1/2 inch by 7/16 of an inch in width. These were $69.90. They're $29.90. You have your butterfly clutch backs, all in sterling silver, perfect shape. And this is Afghanistan mined lapis, which is known to provide the absolute finest, deepest, brightest lapis in the world. But you don't find prices like this, my friend, I can tell you that. $7.50 will ship them out to you. That is number 2 in our 5 and 5 as we scoot on to number 3. Ooh, pretty. Talk about gorgeous, fun colors. I mean, this is that one necklace. Okay, first off, it's 60 inches, which is, I have to show this to you. Are you kidding? But anything in your closet you put this with, it's gonna work and it's gonna accessorize it beautifully. So 60 inches also translates to 5 feet. Almost my size in the actual length here. This was originally, and you have a lot of different agate, different colors, and there's rhodonite in here. This necklace was $119. We're offering it for $59.90. So 4 or 5 monthly flex payments with your HSN charge card. And that's item 470224. And they're really deep, intense, natural colors there of the gorgeous agate. Okay, so now we're moving on to number 4. I always love the story of the petrified wood. They used to have this shot, I don't know if we still have it, of Jay standing by this one specific area of the petrified wood, and it says, danger, keep out, because it's very, very much highly protected. So what we have for you here is the petrified wood in a drop earring at over 50% off, $29.90. And these have the French wire sterling silver post on them, about 1.5 inches in length. No two will ever be alike. And these are a customer pick on hsn.com when we offer these at $79.90. So that is another extraordinary savings. This particular one here, all mined in the United States. They're rectangular shaped, hand cut. And what makes it unique is that the material that makes up the petrified wood was created almost 30 to 50 million years ago. So definitely has been around the world, and I'm sure seen a lot. Boy, if they could talk, is what they say, right? As many gemstones have their own personality and millions of years in production and goodness gracious discoveries by someone like Jay King, who brings them in one-of-a-kind, handcrafted jewelry piece designs to us exclusively at HSN. Okay, this is the Olivio Yellowstone Pink Opal. You know, Jay always says that he gets so excited, obviously turquoise lapis, coral, and opal. When he can find something unique in any of those categories, he's the man people are going to go to. He's always looking for some rare finds. Well, this is a triangular shaped yellow/brown Olivio stone that all is inlaid with pink opal at the very base. Isn't that pretty? So this yellow-brown opal was mined in Italy, and then the pink opal, of course, is mined in Australia. Well, that is that's the wrap of our 5 and 5, but we did completely sell out of them, not surprised. Those gorgeous lapis earrings and many of the other pieces that we'll update you for. Shaking at its best right here. This is South African gray agate, and it's that mystery of gemstones that, you know, I always love hearing the stories when Jay is here, but as jewelry lovers and collectors, we are just drawn to. And this to me is mystique. This is just beautiful, beautiful. Not only cuts of stones, but these colors and the striations of the platinums and the grays running through the agate here. You know, agate, Jay always describes as, you know, one of those things that comes in multi quantity in colors in different forms. So there's a lot of different ones out there, but you know, when they're found in rare places and then it's a rarer, more unique color, that's when Jay goes to work. That's where he's going in. He wants to get that you know, rough and bring it to his designers to create masterpieces like this customer pick necklace. I can't believe this is $39.90. It was $99.90. when we offered it, as almost every review just made it a perfect 5-star. So $39.90, that's 60% off our HSN price. It's our best value to date. It's available with 4 monthly flex payments. Wow, bold. This agate is from Zambia, which features that mix of soft grays and beautiful white tones all throughout. It's refreshing, it's interesting. It's that, you know, mystique that we love, that natural gemstones have that ability to bring out, you know, that one-of-a-kind look. And again, no two being alike. This one different than the one Kate is showing off to. It is different going to be yours, but they're all going to have this same aspect of the color base. So, I mean, in fact, I'm even seeing a little bit of like a blue in the one Kate has on. So pretty. Okay, yeah, oh good, there's another one. See what I mean? Each one is so, so special. $39.90, that'll never happen again. Congratulations, 476-393 is your item number. Oh, you're kidding. That was part of our 5 and 5, right? The Rhodonite, that also completely sold out with those bright, gorgeous, wonderful colors. But we are continuing on, and we're going to talk more J. King. This is just fun. Like I said, J. King, we don't offer on sale. We really don't. And so to take handcrafted, unique, rare finds, like we're showing you here in these earrings, your choice. We have either the coral, we have your lapis blue, or we have this available for you in your gorgeous turquoise. If you want turquoise, I'll tell you now, I have fewer than 100. So they're gonna be gone probably in the first 90 seconds. So there's your turquoise. I'll talk about where these particular ones, I know these are Afghanistan, you can just tell by the color on that lapis. And a lot of it, oh yeah, and again, 60% off, $39.90. We offered these at $99.90. Look at the drop, they're so beautiful. Under 3 inches, about 2 7/16 in length, and 7/16 of an inch side to side. But what's so unique here is that these are elongated. Each oval, it's an oval shape of the turquoise in a cabochon, or the coral, or that of the lapis, and it's inset. You'll notice here, I want to show it from the side too. It's inset at the center of a puffed, elongated, see that? How it's just like slightly puffed on the side, gorgeous frame. And then lots of movements, gorgeous depth to that coral color. But going back to your turquoise, that is Santeria turquoise, which is so pretty. You get a little bit, 2 dozen, last call on those earrings. But Santeria, you can see the mix of the greens and the blues, really pretty. Here it is in, let me see, the coral. And that's like more of a deep, like a red coral is what you're getting in here. So that's like a red-orange coral. That was actually harvested in China. I'm gonna show you the back, high polished, that's all sterling. And then lastly, your Afghanistan in that high blue. Deep, rich, gorgeous high blue earring. Those are $39.90. If we were doing just a drop sterling silver earring at $39.90, I'd say jump on in, grab it as quickly as you can. But the fact that this is handcrafted, the fact that these are the 3 #1 most important stones that Jay brings to us, the turquoise, the lapis, and the corals in a beautiful high fashion earring that appraised at $165, and that you could possibly get them home with a credit card, debit card, or a PayPal for $9.98. Well, we have 90 seconds or sell out. So at this point, we're counting backwards. So let me do this. I'm gonna remove turquoise. So pretty. Turquoise did sell out. But we do have lapis and coral, but final call in this, I'm feeling, yeah, lapis is just about gone too. And notice too the movement. That I like to show off only because sometimes when you have something a little bit longer in sterling and silver, you might think, well, I don't know, I'm not good with heavy earrings. These are not heavy at all. That's why they're, you can see swinging, but they're, you know, again, they're substantial because obviously they're puffed. There's a lot of precious metal in here. They're stamped .925. They're part of the J. King collection. So they're also, you know, you have a designer. He'll stamp his pieces too, which we love. But what a fun, fun day of great special clearance prices. And that's, you know, that's what HSN loves doing. Not only, as I mentioned earlier, on a daily basis, you know, bringing to you amazing jewelry designers, but in this very unique case, someone like Jay, who has been in the jewelry industry for many, many years, but really started out, he is a rock hound. I mean, that's his passion. And now that he travels the world discovering, you know, different places, to find, you know, some popular stones such as coral or rare, unique finds, because coral, this is a great example, comes in lots of different colors. I'm wearing coral, it's a softer shade. You'll see we've done coral in like a salmon color. And then we do what we call the hot coral. That's that deeper, kind of a mix of a red and an orange, or, you know, that softer salmon color, but with more depth to it. That's what you're getting in this particular earring here. But the fact is, it's costume jewelry pricing, and we're not talking costume jewelry. We're talking natural stones, precious, beautiful metal, $39.90, which we're looking at a $60 savings. That's huge. And 4 or 5 flex pays, but good luck. Lapis just sold out. So it looks like maybe 100 remain in that beautiful coral design. That would go back pretty with my Wendy Williams, wouldn't it? Yeah. Anyway, coming up a little bit, little sneak peek here, very, very limited. Now you saw what happened to our multicolored gemstone 60-inch necklace, sold out very quickly. I have a feeling the same thing's gonna happen here because, wow, what a masterpiece this is. These are multi-stones, natural stones. Look at that handcrafted pendant, and that's something. We'll tell you more about it, but yeah, that appraised at $444, and first time ever, it's $180 off the HSN price at $99.90. So that's available with 4 or 5 flex pays as well. It's item 490047. We did sell out. How pretty. What a beautiful, beautiful shades, I should say, of gray in that agate necklace, but it did completely sell out. Okay. Here's another very, very special rare find. This is pink morganite. So we were mentioning earlier, a lot of the stones that Jay is able to get are what we consider exotic stones. Exotic stones, what that defines is either hard to get in large quantities, maybe from one place, or just very, very rare and expensive. Well, that definitely is morganite. Morganite has always been classified as that, you know, prestige, exotic, rare stone. I can tell you we have never had a full pink. Look at these colors. Oh, that's a great shot. All natural morganites, from pinks to peaches to the yellows to almost like a, I'm gonna say like a champagne. All of that natural morganite. $407 is exactly what this necklace appraised for. We're offering it, we offered it at $279. Today, it's $119.90. Huge special with 4 flex pays, which again is under $30 with your HSN charge card. What's it, $24 to get that at home? Look at how pretty those colors are. These are rondelle shapes. They're all natural, graduating in size. You have an 18.5-inch length on here with a 2 3/4-inch extender in the back. And these were mined in Mozambique. They're 5x3 to 8x6 millimeters, untouched from Mother Nature in a beautiful morganite. This is actually named after J.P. Morgan. Hence the name morganite, who is a huge rock hound, if you will, and gem collector, and loved, it was Tiffany's actually who named it after him when he just loved the pink stone. So hence that of the morganite. Well, here, again, hundreds and hundreds of carat weight of genuine morganite is what we're looking at in this necklace. It'll also work back with, it could be a gorgeous, you know, if you want as a pendant necklace, if you have one of Jay's larger bales that he includes on many of his pendants, you could interchange it on here, which would look so pretty. It even goes back beautifully with the druzy ring that we had earlier. But to that point, the earrings that I've been wearing throughout the afternoon are also, you know, I love my pinks, so I chose these immediately, drop pink morganite earrings, and we have the item number for those at the bottom of the screen. So along with the multicolored tourmaline necklace that we had earlier, and this beautiful pink morganite, I have to tell you, these are 2 of the craziest specials I think that we've ever offered. In fact, I'm certain of that. For our collectors out there, you are 100% aware of how special that is. We have a clock up on the screen. I'm gonna show everybody too. I'm just showing it against the skin tone, but let me just show you how it really takes on the color changing properties. Uh-oh, am I covering my mic? Sorry about that. Okay, let's do it then. Okay, all right. Is that better? Cover my mic. There it is with the softer yellow, even going back with the deeper shades like your denims. You just want something in the pastel family that's gonna, work back beautifully. That's what the Morganite is gonna do. So pinks, we have your gorgeous salmons, soft yellows, crazy sale price. So what are we looking savings-wise here? $279, appraised. This is another one, absolutely a collector's piece. I would have this appraised. Our 3 outside appraisals that we use, the lowest of those 3 outside appraisers was $407. So the fact that we're doing this at $119.90 and obviously all throughout the month of March, just a few days remaining, today being the 29th. Wait, 30 days has September, April, June, and November. So there's 31 days, right, in March? Right, 31. So 29, 30, 31. So by Thursday, no, what day is Wednesday? Friday. Friday is gonna be our last day of March, which means all the flex pays. This is the first time we've ever done this in every single jewelry category where it doesn't matter what the price point is. We had the opportunity to feature 4 flex pays, but that's only for the next couple of days. So with Jay King, like I said, very rarely, I want to say in over 20 years of working with Jay, this is maybe only the 2nd time I've ever had one of his clearance shows, sales shows, because we just never have the inventory because everything's always gone because of the rarity and the specialty of all of his beautiful finds. The only hard thing is when you have natural rough like this, it's hard to get an accurate carat weight. So we just basically have to go by the millimeters. But I know from what Jay would say, in here in these faceted stones, we are looking at hundreds of beautiful, natural, gorgeous Morganite in this necklace. Isn't that pretty? Okay, final 30 seconds. I know hundreds of these have been selected. And on top of, I didn't even talk about, obviously they're rare cut, they're rondelle, but they're faceted. So it almost like, it shimmers like diamonds, like pink diamonds. And I was saying there's champagne color in there and that's reflecting the light. So a really, really beautiful special piece at well over, $140 off, $50 off, something of our price, of HSN's price. So pretty fantastic. Okie doke. Well, here's the drop pink Morganite beaded earrings. Really simple, just simple, but rare and pretty and pastel and, again, exotic. The fact that you have multicolors of pinks, corals, deeper pinks, softer pinks. It was originally $79.90. This is a quick 90-second special, but we're offering these today at $39.90. And 4 flex pays, which is under $10 to get those at home. They're approximately 1 13/16 in length and just about 1/4 of an inch side to side, but lightweight, easy to wear. I could sleep in these. And perfect proportion, if you will, to the necklace, if you were able to get the matching necklace and you want something, to balance it off, because I'll tell you, right now, I wouldn't know where in a million years to suggest someone to go to find natural pink Morganite. Yes, you can find pink Morganite, but you're gonna pay premium because it is that rare and that special. So to be able to do it in the rough and offer, for instance, specials like we're doing today, normally we'd be thrilled at $79.90. So additional $40 savings while quantities last. Hundreds of you in the ordering process. It's item number 492916. And there you see it on Kate. Think about it, going back with your magentas and going back to your corals and all of your beautiful pastels. And collectors out there, you're one of the hundreds and hundreds of you in the ordering process at this point, picking up on both the necklace as well as on the matching drop earrings. Okay, well, we have final call going out. We'll let you know. We'll highlight that on the necklace and on the matching drop earrings. And it looks like we have one final special in this hour from Jay King, but of course I welcome you to pleaseshop.com all at the same time. Take a look at all of our #1 jewelry brands and some great sale prices going on today. And then of course the 4 flex pays. That's only throughout the month of March. This is a beautiful piece. This is what Jay would categorize as his boutique collection, right? In something of this caliber. Gallery piece. That's why, again, it's appraised at over $400. We offered it for $279. It's $99.95. What are we looking at? These are opals. These are multicolored, call them jelly opals. They're mined in Mexico. Then you have the green in here. Love that Varisite. Very pretty. There's lapis. You have bamboo coral also amongst there, along with the different jelly opals. Like I said, that's another one of those finds that Jay loves to bring to us anytime he can, you know, capture colors of opals in a design piece. So this, and it is removable, that pendant, $99.90. So what was that? That was over 60% off. I hope you have enjoyed our few hours here this afternoon. My good friend Robin Wall is coming up, continuing with this amazing day of fabulous jewelry special sales. And of course, the very best value of the day. Nikki has truly outdone himself. So enjoy and enjoy.